Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sheboygan A's Baseball at Wildwood Park. My name is Mike Martin, and along with Matt Crowley, we will be bringing you tonight's game versus the West Allis Nationals. This is a Wisconsin State League game. Starting pitchers for this game, Sheboygan is starting Joey Pettit. There you see him warming up. West Allis will be starting D.J. Hess. The starting lineup for West Allis, managed by Steve Elliott, is Gavin Bennett catching, Jonah Meidel in center, Alex Elliott is the DH, Brian Hunsinger is at second base, Noah Armstrong is in left field, batting sixth is Charlie Bourbon in right, batting seventh and playing first base is Jacob Kaiser, batting eighth Braden Gorky at third, and batting ninth the shortstop Logan Radaman. Defensively for Sheboygan, they have Harry Stout at first. Playing second base is Ross Christ. Over at third is Jacob Neese. And at shortstop is Bennett Becker. Around the outfield, we have T.D. Walker and, Mark Warner in left, T.D. Walker in center, and Jacoby Andreas in right field. Catching tonight is T.J. Roberts, and again, pitching is Joey Pettit. Sheboygan is managed by Tim Boyer, with Ken Neese his assistant. There's a deep drive to the wall. First pitch. First pitch doubled by Gavin Bennett, and that brings up the number 2 hitter, Jonah Meidel, the center fielder. Hey, Matt, our last live stream game was against West Allis. That seems like a lifetime ago with all these rainouts. Bunt to advance. The runner goes foul. Sheboygan comes in with an overall record of 18 and 18. Finally crawled up to the 500 mark. Hopefully they can get above that tonight. Pitch is called a strike. Pettit comes in. This is his 9th game. He started 2 of them. And a swing and a miss by Meidel. Roberts fires it down for the putout. That brings up Alex Elliott, the DH. Elliott in that last game was 1 for 3. He had a double and walked a couple of times. I'm sure Bill and CJ will remember that was a very long game, 2 hours and 52 minutes. A lot of walks in that particular game. Pettit gets Elliott to swing and miss. Another swing and a miss. Weather report for tonight, it's 61 degrees at game time. The skies are clear and the wind is light. You can see it looks like it's blowing in from center field just slightly. Pitch is outside. Our umpires tonight. Behind home plate is Pat Peekle, and on the base is Jason Nate. And the big thank you goes out to Matt Crowley for getting that information and for getting the A's lineup for us tonight. Fly ball into short center field. Walker has no trouble with that one. Glides underneath it and makes the catch. And that brings up Brian Hunsinger. Hunsinger was also 1 for 3 with an RBI and walked a couple of times. First pitch is a strike. Joey Pettit didn't pitch in that game the other night. Joey comes in with an ERA of 5.93. He's got a 2-1 one-loss record, and he does have a couple of saves, so he has been put into some pressure situations and has come through. Pitch on the outside corner is called a strike. Hey guys, it's not where he catches it, it's where it goes over the plate. Bouncing ball to Nice. He backs up, takes it on the second hop, and fires across for the out. So the leadoff double is wasted by West Allis. After a half inning of play, West Allis nothing. Sheboygan coming to bat.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
I'm not usually...
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it. You are completely and utterly...
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're...
Let's go through the A's starting lineup. Batting leadoff and playing second base is Ross Christ. Hitting second is Mark Warner. He's out in left. Harry Stelt bats third, playing first base. Jacob Neese is the Northwoods cleanup hitter, playing third base. Jacoby Andreas is out in right. He bats fifth. TJ Roberts is the catcher. Batting seventh is TD Walker out in center. Jimmy Jurgensen is the DH batting eighth. And Bennett Becker playing shortstop and batting ninth. Around the infield for West Allis, they have Kaiser at first. Hunsinger is at second. Gorecki's at third. And Rodeman is the shortstop. 0-2 count on Chris. Out in left field, they have Noah Armstrong. In center is Jonah Meidel. And in right field, Charlie Bourbon. Catching is Bennett. He led off the ball game with that long double, and DJ Hess is the pitcher. Hess, looks, I'll have to figure that out. I didn't finish my stats from the last game. Hess did pitch in that game back on about a week or so ago. June 29th. Chris has a 1-2 count. There's no score in the ball game. He's leading off the bottom of the first. Pitch rides up a little bit high. Hess went one inning, did not give up any runs, no walks or strikeouts. Easy play, 4-3. Christ is out. Sheboygan lost that game 7-2.
Left fielder number 16, Mark Warner.
The highlight of the game was Gakes' home run in the sixth, a 2-run homer. It was scoreless until that point. First pitch is a ball. Got the usual cast of characters up here. Bill Wagner is doing the field announcing. CJ Skelton is doing the audio enhancements and announcements. Matt Crowley and I are doing the live stream. We did have to kick out a visitor, but he deserved it. Not mentioning any names. Bouncing ball up the middle. Good scoop by Hunsinger's throw on the bounce. Not in time. Gets by the first baseman, but great backup by the catcher. Warner gets a base hit. Harry Stelt is up next.
First baseman number 19, Harry Stelt.
Harry's hitting .345 on the season. Key stat for him is 10 home runs. He leads the ball club in that department. Harry also leads in runs batted in with 34, with base hits with 39, and runs scored with 31. Quite a year for Harry so far. Makes that pitch for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Mark Warner's on at first. Warner has 5 stolen bases on the season. He's a threat to run. Harry with a mighty swing and a miss. Good fastball by Hess, a little bit up in the zone. One ball and 2 strikes. Eric Hasenstein's in the house tonight. Line drive, base hit to right. And Warner, doing a good piece of running, is going to make it all the way to third. Mark was questioning whether that ball was going to drop down, but it did bounce right in front of the right fielder, Bourbon. And then he continued on his way over to third. That brings up the Northwoods cleanup hitter, Jacob Neese. A's have runners on first and third. Hopefully they can get something going here, get a base hit, and score a run. Harry's got 4 stolen bases on the year, but I still don't think he's a real strong threat to run. He does the strategic steal is right. Get caught in that rundown and then let Warner try to score from third when the defense takes their attention off of him. There's a line drive. Base hit to center field. Meidel let it get by him. Runners are going to advance all the way. And a late stop sign by Tim Moyer, but it was the correct decision. So Neese with an RBI single, and he heads the second on the error by the center fielder, Jonah Meidel. We could be giving away a Butterburger. And that brings up Jacoby Andreas with runners on second and third and still only one out. Great start for Sheboygan. Jacoby offers at that first pitch and fouls it back. Wouldn't it be something if he hit a window on one of those construction vehicles and broke it? That pitch is fouled straight back. No balls and 2 strikes the count to Jacoby Andreas. We had a great rendition of the national anthem. I don't know about the rest of the guys, but for me, she took over the top spot in all the ones that we've heard. Brittany Sabalio. Great job with that, Brittany. Bouncing ball up the middle. That's through for a base hit. And they're going to stop. A little confusion over at third, but it was the right decision to stop Neese at third. So Harry Stelz scores on Andreas's RBI single. And that's 4 straight hits for Sheboygan. TJ Roberts is up next. Runners on first and third. Andreas held up as the throw came into second. Roberts with a line drive out to center field, and that drops in for a hit. Neese comes in and scores easily. That makes it 5 straight singles for Sheboygan. And 3 runs in. It's an excellent start for Sheboygan.
Center fielder, number 22, T.D. Walker.
Yeah, don't be saying that, Matt. T.D. Walker is up next. Sheboygan up 3-0. Runners on first and second, still only 1 out. Walker going right after Hess, fouls it straight back. Walker steps in. He's hitting .271. Has 11 RBIs, 6 doubles and 1 home run. Bouncing ball up the middle. Throw to second is in time. And the throw to first is in time. It's a double play. Hess made a nice play on the mound, but at the end of 1 complete inning of play, Sheboygan 3, West Allis nothing.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly...
Awesome. Great.
I'm glad you showed up.
In my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. Better not.
Every single time I...
Get down! Get down! There you are.
You always have...
My back! My back! I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And...
Please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call...
friendship.
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Getting ready to start the top of the second inning. Noah Armstrong, the left fielder, will be leading off. Last couple of nights, Sheboygan was rained out. They were supposed to play a doubleheader on Tuesday against Menasha. That was rained out. And then they had a single game the next night. That was supposed to be against Greater Green Bay. That was also rained out. I'll give you the makeup dates for those games in a little bit. Want to make sure I get my information correct before I disseminate that information. There's a line fly ball out in the left field down the line. That drops in fair. No, it's foul. Good call, Matt. Just foul. All right, we just got the lowdown on all these makeups, and it gets confusing. So we may give it to you in small bits. Here's a swing and a miss. What looked like, for a second there, a leadoff double. Turns out to be a strikeout for Armstrong. All righty. Let's go at this by dates. Sheboygan was supposed to play Menasha the other night in a doubleheader. That doubleheader will be made up on July 27th. The doubleheader will start at 6:30. So that's that bit of information. The Greater Green Bay game that was rained out last night is going to be made up July 19th. That'll be a 7:30 start just like normal. We'll give you that a little later in the ball game, so if you miss something, you'll be able to jot it down. There was one other change on the schedule too. We're still missing a game with Menasha. Line drive foul by Charlie Bourbon. To make up that game that's being missed with Menasha, we're going to play a doubleheader up there, starting at 6:30. That's July 14th. And Sheboygan will be the home game, the first game of the doubleheader. Nice backhand by Bennett Becker, and he fires across the infield for the out. Boy, that was a great play. Took it on one hop, backhanded it, and then threw a strike across to Harry Stelt for two quick outs here in the top of the second. And then the second game of that Menasha doubleheader on July 14th will be Menasha, the home team. So, and we'll give you that information as we go along. I know there's a lot to absorb. I think the main thing you want to know is starting with the 19th, Sheboygan's going to be playing Greater Green Bay that night. Old Timers had their picnic at the ballpark last night, even though the A's game was rained out. We had a sparse crowd, but we had a good time. Matt made it the night before. We were in the process of frying up the brats, and then when the game got canceled and the rain came even more, we canceled the picnic and should have came over last night, Matt. We'd have fed you for free. That's more. Matt was in his bed. He was tired. He cut his foot, and those infections are not pretty.
Here's a lesson: don't jump off of boats.
That pitch is a ball. The count is 3-2. There's 2 outs. We're in the top of the second. There's a lot of talking going up here in the booth. It's hard to do a good job with the live stream. Matt is the main culprit. There's a walk to Jacob Kaiser. Braden Gorecki is up next. He's over at third base. Gorecki did not play in that game on the 29th of June. Pettit's first pitch is a strike. There's 2 outs. We're in the top of the second. Sheboygan came up with 3 runs in the bottom of the first on 5 straight singles. CJ is telling us it's not going to be enough. We need more runs. The one thing that I noticed in that game last time when Hess came in, he didn't strike anyone out. Gorecki is hit by a pitch. Anyway, what gives me a little a good feeling is that Hess didn't strike anybody out that game on the 29th, and he didn't strike anyone out in the bottom of the first either. So I think we're going to be hitting them. It's just a matter of getting the balls to drop in. And they were all dropping in the first inning. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Logan Radaman. Logan takes that first pitch for a strike. Beautiful night here at the ballpark. Pitch is fouled straight back. Radaman in the hole, 0-2. Pettit got the first 2 hitters in quick order, and now he's run into a little bit of a problem with a walk and a hit by pitch. He reared back and fired that one, but it was outside. TJ Roberts catching tonight. Which is spanked foul down the right field side. One ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs or 2 on. Sheboygan on top 3-0. Breaking pitch is just a little bit up. Pettit would have loved to have gotten that pitch called for a strike. Have a nice crowd so far tonight. A lot of youngsters is right. There's a drive out to left, but Warner is right there, and he's got it for out number 3 after an inning and a half. Sheboygan 3, West Dallas 0. Leading off the bottom of the second for Sheboygan will be Jimmy Jurgensen, the designated hitter. Jimmy has been struggling a little bit this year. If you've been following our broadcasts, he started the season hitting up in the 4, 5, 6 position, up in the order. Tonight he's hitting 8th, and part of that is due to the struggles he's had. He comes in tonight hitting 221, and in all seriousness, his average is up. It was below 200 not too long ago. So 4 doubles against Kenosha, though, the other day. So he's, like I said, he's coming back, but sometimes a little less pressure on you when you're batting a little lower in the order. CJ mentioned about the 4 doubles. He's got 9 doubles on the season. Is right behind Jacob Neese, who has 10. He hits it hard. We've seen him hit home runs to right. That's not uncommon. Jimmy's got good power. It seemed for a stretch, the games we were calling, and when Jimmy was playing, it seemed like he always got into the hole. It was always 0-2, 1-2, and right now it's 2-2. And he hung in on a couple of nice pitches from Hess. So Jimmy's working his way back. Swing and a miss. That brings up Bennett Becker. Bennett, in a somewhat limited action, steps in hitting 333. Does have 4 doubles. Made an excellent play at shortstop in the second inning, top of the second. Backhanded it in the hole at short and then threw a strike across the infield to get the runner. Bennett takes that first pitch for a strike. Hess working quick. Joey Pettit works pretty fast too. We're only in the second inning, fans. You might want to get out here. They got some deals going on at the concession stand. $1 hot dogs and $1 sodas. And the only limit on that is how many dollars you have. We couldn't afford him. The rest of the fans, Joey Chestnut, with him in the park, we wouldn't have enough hot dogs left for the fans. Hot dog eating contest winner. Second. I think so. Joey Chestnut won it again this year, and he set a new personal record for amount of hot dogs eaten. I can't tell you how many, but another strikeout for Hess. Wow, most titles in any sport, mostly having to do with hot dog eating. Ross Christ is up. Ross hits a tapper out to Hunsinger at second, and he makes the play over to first. Quick 1-2-3 second inning for Sheboygan after 2 complete. Sheboygan 3, West Dallas nothing.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Matt Crawley's going to take over for innings 3 and 4. Sorry about that, Matt. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. Here you go, Matt.
You didn't give me time to stretch my vocal cords, so I'm gonna sound scratchy tonight. Thanks, Marty. Okay. Matt Crawley up here in the booth, taking over for a little while, as Mike said. Third and fourth, leading off for West Allis is Gavin Bennett, top of the lineup. Bennett started off the game with a strong double, but stayed there for the whole first inning. Pettit delivers a pitch. First pitch is strike. Top of the third here at Wildwood. 2 cools in the house. This pitch is ticked off for strike 2. Even though most of the touch trucks are gone, you still have that one little lonely sky track that if you still want to touch, you can still come out. And not to mention $1 hot dogs. That pitch by Pettit just outside for ball 1. Here comes the final pitch for the runner for a strikeout. And now batting for West Allis is Jonah Meidel. Meidel is 0 for 1 in tonight's game. First pitch by Pettit is a strike. All right, Sheboygan has 5 hits in the first inning. That's 5 back-to-back singles, which put them ahead 3-0. That last pitch was ticked down for strike 2. Counts 0-2 with 1 out here in the top of the third. Here comes the pitch by Pettit. Just a tab outside for ball 1. Counts now 1-2. Nice night out here, only 60 degrees, and as a drop strike 3, he's not even going to try to run to first. Makes that out number 2. Mike is now coming back and now joins us. Oh. Now Pettit's set on the mound, winds up, delivers, breaking pitch just high for ball 1. Pettit winds up now, delivers. Delivers 1 for strike 1. Counts now even at 1-1. Sheboygan's been in control of this whole game. Another strike by Pettit makes that 1-2. Now here comes the pitch from Pettit. Gets her done. That one is ball. It makes it 2-2 with 2 outs here. Top of the third. Great opportunity to get Sheboygan back in offense. And right to Pettit, a nice grab. Just tosses it to Stout. And that one is out number 3 for Sheboygan. Now, after 2.5, Sheboygan still leads it 3-0. We'll be right back when Sheboygan's up to bat.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized.
I'm not usually.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it. You.
Welcome back here. Bottom to third with Sheboygan for a quick 1-2-3 inning. Now leading off for Sheboygan, the outfielder Mark Warner, who's 1 for 1 tonight's game, leading off that luscious, nice, sweet single rally. This one is a slip. He fouled off his foot. Warner seems to be okay. Counts 0-1. We are ready to resume play after a short little break. Here comes a pitch from Hess. That pitch just inside for ball 1. Counts even at 1-1. Here's a pitch from Hess. Low strike for strike number 2. Counts 1-2 on Warner. There comes a pitch. Outside pitch for ball 2. Now looking. Infielders playing deep. And outfielders playing middle. So interesting. Now it's a full count for Warner after dropping 0-2. Can lead off the inning with a walk. And that he does. And that's the first walk of the game for Hess. And now the fan favorite is Harry Stout coming up to bat, who is also 1 for 1 with another single. See if Harry can maybe win this one. That's not what I want Harry to do, and that'll be a double play. 4-6-3. Just like that, 2 outs for Sheboygan. And now the Northwoods cleanup batter is Jacob Neese. Nice is also 1 for 1 in tonight's game, with yet the third single of that 5-single rally. Here comes a pitch from Hess. Nice pulls back, and that one called for strike 1. Now Hess winds up, delivers a bullet, swings and miss for Nice. That'll be strike 2. You're already down 0-2 with already 2 outs after that double play. Here comes pitch from Hess, and just low for ball 1. Now a 1-2 count that Jacob is working with. He's currently hitting .234. This one's a lot. Grounder to third and throws it to first, and an easy play is made for out number 3. Quick inning for Sheboygan. After 3, score still remains 3-0. We'll be right back in the top of the 4th.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only.
I'm not usually. I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my.
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I.
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have.
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things.
Yes, things.
Are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
listen, you hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Welcome back to the top of the 4th. We're having a little dance-off. CJ may have to keep the gift card for yourself.
Leading off for West Allis, second baseman number 21, Brian Hunzinger.
Now leading off for West Allis is Brian Hunzinger, who's 0 for 1 tonight's game. That first pitch by Pettit is a strike 1. Pettit having a really good game. This one's followed back for strike 2. Pettit have already 4 strikeouts in tonight's game. That ball low for ball 1. Counts now 1-2. The Sheboygan's short and second are playing deep, and then third and first are playing with the bases. This one is popped up. Harry's in pursuit. And it's over the fence and into the Nationals dugout. I should say bullpen. Counts now 2-2. Here comes a pitch from Pettit. And a swing and a miss for strikeout number 5 for Pettit. Having himself one heck of a game.
Left fielder number 22, Noah Armstrong.
Now batting for West Allis is Noah Armstrong. This one's hit right to Chris. And easy throw to Harry Stell for out number 2. Ground ball right to Chris. Made a easy, beautiful play. Now batting for West Allis is Charlie Bourbon. Bourbon's 0 for 1 in tonight's game. Pet's all ready to go. He's like, pitter patter, let's get at her. Now he's getting at her, and now here comes a pitch. Breaking ball called for strike one. Already 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Here comes Pettit. Pulls the trigger. Calls for strike 2. Here comes the pitch from Pettit. Just low for ball 1. Usually see Pettit at shortstop, but tonight he's pitching, and that is that pitch just outside. Is outside. Makes the count even at 2-2. And Pettit's ready. Pulls the trigger. This one's popped up, and Roberts is going back. Hey! Sean catches it. Sean on the catch. That should be out number 3. ESPN top 10. I haven't seen anyone that happy. Here comes a pitch from Pettit. Inside pitch calls for ball 3. Now it's a 3-2 count. Here comes Pettit. Delivers. And called strike 3, looking to end the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Sheboygan. And after 3.5, Sheboygan still leads it 3-0.
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Welcome back here. Bottom of the 4th inning, where Sheboygan still leads it 3-0 as they look to extend their lead. And now batting for Sheboygan is Jacoby Andreas. It's 1 for 1 in tonight's game. He's hitting .353, which are pretty nice numbers. At first pitch inside for strike 1. Ball 1. Andreas hits into the dirt, and this one's picked up by Hessen. Toss to first for easy out number 1. Now batting for Sheboygan is TJ Roberts, who is 1 for 1 in tonight's game with an RBI. TJ has shown some power as he hit one into right field that dropped, I do believe. Has shown some power behind that, and this one is popped up, and Sean gonna make the catch again. That is out of the park somewhere. Now, counts 0-1 for Andreas. Here comes a pitch. This one is fouled again. That's going to be somewhere on New Jersey Avenue. Counts now 0-2 with one out here. The bottom of the fourth. And this one is hit. Popped up again. Oh. And that goes off the roof, and just like a fish in the water, the Sharks come after it. Here comes Hess with the pitch. The swing and miss for Andreas, or out number 2. Roberts, excuse me, for out number 2. Now batting for Sheboygan is T.D. Walker. Walker is 0 for 1 in tonight's game. Here comes a pitch from Hess. High pitch for ball 1. Yeah, Hess winds up. And this is popped up. And now second base is there. And now collision, but still able to make the catch for out number 3. And 1-2-3 inning for Sheboygan. After 4 innings, Sheboygan still leads it 3-0. Mike will take you for the 5th inning. I'll be back for the 6th and 7th. Sheboygan still leads it 3-0.
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Leading off the 5th inning for the Nationals will be Jacob Kaiser. Matt mentioned it before. I'll take this inning, and he's going to come back for inning 6 and 7, and I'll take you home in the 8th and 9th. Want to shout out get well soon to Tom Fritsch, a faithful fan for Sheboygan baseball for many years, was awarded Fan of the Year a couple of years ago, and his dad, Ed, was given the same award a couple of years before that. So, Tom, get well soon. See you back out here at the ballpark. Leading off the 5th inning for the Nationals, like I said, is Jacob Kaiser. Pettit is ready to deliver and gets a bit of a break. Kaiser trying to back away, but the ball hit off his bat for a foul. We mentioned about some makeup dates for Sheboygan. We'll do that a little later in the ball game. Pettit's pitch is in the dirt. It's been a quick ball game. We're just about an hour into it, and we're already in the top of the 5th. I know they're yelling at me now, and I don't blame them. We usually have to yell at Matt Crowley for bringing up how quick the game is going. Now they get to yell at me. It's always the live stream guys causing problems. That ball is hit foul into the bullpen area behind the Nationals dugout. Kaiser walked his first time up. And hammers one to third. Bad hop on Nice. Took it off his left hand. Thank goodness his glove was on there. But he's going to be okay. It'll be a bad hop single for Kaiser. And that brings up Braden Gorecki.
Third baseman number 10, Braden Gorecki.
Swing and a miss for strike one. Taking a look down at Jacob over at third. He's still looking at his left hand. He took a pretty good hit to it. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he'll put his glove back on. There you go, Jacob. Pitch in the dirt, but Kaiser holds tight. He's not going to go anywhere. Nationals are down 3-0. Joey's looked pretty sharp so far, but it's these middle innings that you got to keep a close eye on your pitcher. Pitch just a little bit outside. Makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Kaiser taking a short lead over at first. They appealed out to the base umpire. He is not in a good position to make that call, but those are the things that you struggle with when you have a 2-man crew. Looked like Gorecki might have swung, but call is a ball. It's 3-1. Got a lot of the usual cast of characters out there in the stands. Jim is in the house too. Swinging a foul back off of Roberts. He seems to be okay. We have a runner on first. We're in the top of the 5th. No score for West Allis. Sheboygan has 3 runs. And ball 4. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Logan Radaman. He flew out to center. Flew out to center field back in the 2nd inning. Nice up even with the bag at third. Harry's actually in front of the bag, not really holding the runner. And Bennett and Christ over at short and second are deep looking for the double play. Little short one. Oh, bad base running by Kaiser at second. He gets doubled off. Nice catch by Christ, and then he tossed over to his Keystone partner, Bennett, for an easy 4-6 double play. You know the saying, folks. Pitcher's best friend is a double play. That brings up the catcher, Gavin Bennett. Gavin is 1 for 2. He started the game with a long double to left center. So we have 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Gorecki's on at first. One ball and 1 strike. When we get to the bottom of the fifth, it'll be Jurgensen, Becker, and then back to the top, Ross Christ. But we got to get out of the top of the fifth first. It's just out of the strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. Waiting on deck is Jonah Meidel. Line drive out to left, drops in for a base hit. That puts runners on first and second with 2 outs. Meidel's 0 for 2 in the ball game with a couple of strikeouts. 79 pitches for Pettit. Joey's first pitch is bounced foul. We mentioned earlier in the game, Joey has made 1 start this year. He does not have a complete game. He's only pitched coming into tonight 13 2/3, so this is one of his longer outings, maybe his longest outing of the season. Swing and a miss by Meidel. He's down in the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Line drive foul. Our next live stream broadcast will be on Saturday when Lombard comes to town for a doubleheader. Those games will start at 4 o'clock. Pitch rides up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jonah Meidel. Pettit comes set, now delivers. Swing and a miss. In a jam, but Joey was able to work out of it. After 4.5, Sheboygan still on top, 3-0.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy.
Jimmy Jurgensen's going to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Jimmy's 0 for 1. Takes Hess's first pitch for a ball. Line drive out to center field, and that drops in. Good solid hit for Jimmy Jurgensen. And that brings up Bennett Becker, the shortstop.
Shortstop, number 11, Bennett Becker.
Jimmy on the season, Jurgensen does not have any stolen bases. See if Becker squares around the bunt. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Didn't look like he was bunting on that first pitch. Make it a ball. Quick move, and if that was a good throw, they would have had Jurgensen picked off. Jimmy trying to edge off the base. Becker takes that pitch for a strike. Another quick move, and Jurgensen diving back in that time. Bill, we don't want excuses, we want results. He squares around and bunts it. A good bunt down the third base line. Hess on the throw over to first, and he just got Becker. But a great bunt, and it moves Jurgensen now to second base with one out, and Christ coming up. Nice play by Hess to get the out.
Second baseman, number 31, Ross Brett.
Coming into tonight's game, Ross was hitting .315. That's gone down a little bit. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Hopefully he can come through now. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Ross leads the ball club with 11 stolen bases. Check that. J.T. Reed leads with 12. Ross has 11. Swing and a foul back. Makes the count 0-2. Earlier in the broadcast, I mentioned about Jimmy Jurgensen always seeming like he was 0-2 and always behind in the count. And that's when he was struggling to get hits. Now it seems to have fallen on Ross Chris' shoulders, getting behind in the count. Let's see if Ross can battle back. Staying alive. It's by the Bee Gees. Why isn't that on your playlist? Hey, we want results, not excuses. Come on, Ross, let's go. Takes that just outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's 1 out. Jimmy Jurgensen's on at second. Sheboygan on top, 3-0. Pettit has pitched a beauty so far. Pitch count is in the 80s, though. Another pitch low. Waiting on deck is Mark Warner. Rodman cuts behind, and Chris goes down swinging. 2 outs now. Warner's 1 for 1, and he scored a run. And then he walked his second time up back in the 3rd inning. So he's been on base twice. It'll take a nice base hit to get Jimmy home. He's on at second. First pitch by Hess is called a strike. Matt Crowley will take over for the the 6th and 7th inning. Little pop up behind home plate and coming over, but not able to make the catch was the first baseman Kaiser. Had a long run, couldn't get there. I think the attendance is coming up right now. Stay tuned, fans. Scott Stengel entering the press box. In the house, we have 184. The paid attendance, if they all would have showed up, is 281. Don't leave, Scott. A little tapper out in front of home plate. Bennett can't make the play. Held on to the ball. Maybe a good decision by Gavin Bennett, the catcher for West Allis. As it is, Warner gets an infield hit. Jurgensen moves over to third, and that leaves it up to Harry Stelt.
First baseman number 19, Harry Stelt.
Hess comes set. Harry with a mighty swing and a miss. Let's see what Warner does over at first base. He's a base-stealing threat. Harry pops it out into short right. Hunsinger coming over. Right fielder comes over and makes the play. Charlie Bourbon on a nice catch right along the right field line, but Sheboygan fails to score in the 5th. When we come back, Matt will be taking over.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
Welcome back. I'm Matt Crowley, the better-looking sports live stream announcer. Now batting for West Alex is Alex Elliott. I don't know if you caught my joke there, Mike. Oh, well, it's not going to be as funny when I say it again. Yeah, here comes Pettit with the pitch. Swing and miss from Elliott to make it strike one. Top of the fifth. This one is fouled into the woods of no return. Counts now 0-2 on Elliott. Mike's keeping track of the Brewers game, and Bill is keeping track of the Bucks game. That pitch is low for ball one. Counts now 1-2 on Elliott. Dead calm, 59 degrees out. That one's a swing and miss from Elliott to make it out number one. And entering the box is Ben Salutes. And now exiting the press box is Ben Salutes. Special guest appearance. And 8 strikeouts for Pettit in tonight's game. Batting for West Allis is Brian Huntenzinger. That pitch low for ball one. And here comes the pitch. Pitch inside just for ball two. And here it comes, and this one's line, and Chris is there to make a nice grab. A little high, but Harry's there to make the catch for out number two. A 360. Spin a throw from Chris to Harry to make that out number two.
Left fielder number 22, Noah Armstrong.
Now batting for West Allis is Noah Armstrong. Now Pettit comes set, now pulls the trigger. Just a tad outside for ball one. And this is popped up right to Nice, outbound, foul territory, and that is caught for out number three. And 1-2-3 inning for Sheboygan. After 5.5, still 3-0. Sheboygan up to bat next.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
Welcome back here. Bottom of the sixth. Sheboygan still leads at 3-0, trying to extend their lead. And now batting for Sheboygan is Jacob Neese after making that last out in foul territory. Ness is ready to go. Delivers. Pitch inside for ball one. Now here comes the pitch. Ticked back by Neese. Counts even at 1-1 now. Still dead calm. Nice night. Not your typical summer night, but still a beautiful night to come out. That pitch just outside for ball two. Counts, that makes that 2-1 now for Jacob. That one is called strike 2. Kind of went to check his swing, but called strike 2. It makes it even at 2-2 now. Here comes the pitch from Hess. And this is flowing up into center, right center. And center fielder is there to make a play for out number 1. First really deep hit we've seen since the double from Gavin Bennett from West Allis. Now batting for Sheboygan is Jacoby Andreas, who is 1 for 2 in tonight's game. And Hess winds up and out, delivers an outside for strike 1. Excuse me, ball 1. I know, my perfect game's over. So what's that, 2-0 for having a perfect game? Oh, you don't. Make that 1 for 4. That counts even at 1-1. Swing and miss for Andreas makes that 1-2. CJ's pleading the 5th. That pitch low for ball 2, which makes it even at 2-2. Still 1 out here, bottom of the 6th. Here comes a pitch from Hess. That dropped strike 3. Kobe's taking off, but now won't get there in time for out number 2. Now TJ Roberts, the catcher, is up to bat, who is 1 for 2 in tonight's game. First inning was action-filled, but now after that has been slowly climbing its way down. It's kind of like if you're thinking of a movie, it's like maybe there's more to come, but you don't know. That first pitch by Hess is called for strike 1. Now Hess comes set on the mound. Winds up. That pitch low for ball 1. Counts even at 1-1 with 2 outs here in bottom of the 6th. Here comes a pitch from Hess. Outside and low for ball 2. Both of these pitchers have been relatively the same all night. Both Pettit and Hess. That one bounces right off home plate and drops right in front of the home plate. Counts now 3-1 for Roberts. Looking promising with a 2-out rally, so now here comes the pitch from Hess. This is popped up. Now catcher in third base and makes the catch right in front of the A's dugout. Now, and that would be out number 3 after a foul territory catch to end the 6th inning. Still after 6 innings, score remains the same. Sheboygan 3, West Allis 0.
I'm not usually...
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly...
Awesome. Great.
I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down! Get down!
There you are.
You always have.
My back! My back! I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things.
Yes, things.
Are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
Please be quiet.
listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
I'm not.
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can.
Welcome back here. Top of the 7th inning. And leading off for West Alex is Charlie Bourbon, who is 0 for 2 in tonight's game. Still pitching out there for Sheboygan is Joey Pettit, doing a very good job in tonight's game. 93 pitches for Pettit tonight. And Pettit comes set, usually now taking his time to set up. Fastball low for ball 1. Now, here comes Joey, delivers it. Pitch low again, getting a little antsy now. Yeah, Joey not pittering pattering. Nissa is hit into center. And now over the head. And now it's going to stay at second. Another double for Bourbon. And that is two doubles for the Nationals. Now batting for the West Allis is Jacob Kaiser, who is 1 for 1 with a walk. That's the first one of the big hits that Joey has gave up in tonight's game. Now Roberts talking to Pettit. Yeah, they're making another one. The new one was actually pretty good. Here comes a pitch from Pettit. Pitch low and outside for ball 1. And we're talking about the Halloween movies and how CJ loves to scare little children. So kids, if we're looking at a place to go trick or treating, don't go to CJ's house. Counts 2-0 with Pettit on the mound after the double by Bourbon. Now looking for the signs is Pettit. Now he comes set. Winds up and now delivers. This is hit right to Chris. He's going to take the nice easy out at first, but Bourbon advances to third with 1 out. Now batting for West Allis is Braden Gorecki, who made the nice catch in front of the A's dugout in foul territory just in the last inning. He is 0 for 0 with a hit by pitch and a walk, a honker. And that pitch in for a strike by Pettit. With Bourbon on first, with only one out on third, excuse me, with only one out here. Top of the seventh. Swing and miss by Braden. Gorecki makes the count now 0-2. Now Pettit comes set. Looks over at Bourbon on third, delivers. And struck out looking for out number 2. Gorecki knew it too. He should have swung, but said he struck out while it went past the plate. And now batting for West Allis is Logan Rodeman, who is 0 for 2 in tonight's game. Pettit looks over at Bourbon, now delivers, breaking pitch, and this one's well foul into West Allis's bullpen, or bovine pen. And 9 strikeouts for Joey Pettit in tonight's game. Good numbers. Only allowed 4 hits compared. Sheboygan has 7 hits given up by Hess. Back on the mound we are. Count still 0-1 with 2 outs with Bourbon on third. Bourbon's one who started off this thing with a deep double over Walker's head. As a swing and a miss. That's called for strike 2. Counts 0-2. Has a chance to get into end the half inning with only 1 runner on in scoring position. Here comes Pettit looking for the signs. Roberts giving it to him. Looks over at Bourbon on third. And now delivers. Breaking pitch. And right to Chris. Easy throw to Harry Stout. And no score for West Allis. Chris making his favorite combo. Chris to Stout. And after 6.5, Sheboygan still leads it 3-0.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Welcome back here at Wildwood Park, bottom of the seventh. I'm Matt Crawley. Leading off for Sheboygan is TD Walker. Yeah, new pitching change for West Allis. Andrew Jack is now pitching. We do have the numbers from DJ Hess. Hess pitched 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs. All 3 of those runs were earned. Walked 1 batter and struck out 5 batters. His pitch count was 88. And after first swing and miss by Walker, count is 0-1. And here comes a pitch from Jack. Inside pitch for ball 1. Jack comes set on the mound. Winds up, delivers. TD Walker with another healthy cut, but doesn't get the ball. Makes that 1-2. Here comes a pitch and a swing and miss from TD for out number 1. Now batting for Sheboygan after a swing and miss from TD Walker is Jimmy Jurgensen. Jurgensen is 1 for 2 in tonight's game. And here comes a pitch. In for strike 1. A fastball had the heat on that one. Still have a nice crowd out here for having been a little bit of a cooler night. 184 in the house, but paid attendance, it would have been 281. Now, count is even at 1-1 as Jack is set on the mound, now delivers. That one is low and outside for ball 2. Makes that 2-1. A swing and miss from Jurgensen makes the count even at 2-2. I'd be interested to see if they'll able to keep Pettit in after the job he's been doing. Here comes a pitch from Jack and a swing and a miss from Jurgensen makes that out number 2. Now batting for Sheboygan is Bennett Becker, who is 0 for 2. 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt, excuse me. Two peas in the pod, Mike. 2 peas in the pod. Okay. That's not a wrestler's. That's just a simple expression that's used all around the world. Counts 0-2 on Becker. And now, I'll take you in the 8th inning when we come back after the last out. Mike will take you through the 8th and 9th inning to close out the game. As it is 1-2 on Becker. And now it is Andrew. And that will be the end of the 7th as we be back in the top of the 8th with Mike. I'm Matt Crawley, and this is my time over. My time is over, and I was on to the less handsome sports announcer. Sheboygan still leads it 3-0.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Joey Pettit still on the hill for Sheboygan. Heading into the top of the 8th inning. Sheboygan on top 3-0. The dangerous part of the order for the Nationals. They have their 1, 2, and 3 hitters to lead off this 8th inning.
Leading off for West Dallas, the catcher, number 2, Gavin Bennett.
Our 50-50 winner tonight won $185. A good payout for that. Congratulations to that fan. Joey's first pitch is a breaking ball, a little bit outside. In the ball game, West Dallas has left 6 runners on base. Sheboygan only 3. Ground ball just fouled on the third base side. We mentioned earlier, Sheboygan actually has played small ball the entire game in that first inning. They strung together 5 straight singles, resulted in 3 runs. They had an opportunity in the 5th inning with the leadoff hit and more small ball as Bennett bunted Jurgensen over to second, but then Sheboygan was not able to come up with a clutch hit to drive in a run. So the point is Sheboygan has not had many runners on base since that first inning. A combination of DJ Hess and Andrew Jack for West Dallas has been able to hold Sheboygan down since that first inning. That pitch is a ball. Count is now 3-2 to the leadoff hitter, Gavin Bennett. Bennett is 2 for 3 tonight. He led off the ball game with a double and was stranded at second base. And then he struck out in the 3rd and singled again in the 5th. Swing and a miss. Pettit with the strikeout, his 10th of the ball game. That's going to bring up Jonah Meidel. Meidel has been a strikeout victim 3 times tonight. As long as we have a second, let's go through those makeup dates. On July 19th, Greater Green Bay will be in town for a 7:30 game. That's a makeout from a rainout last night. Little tapper right back to Pettit. And the easy toss over to Harry. Gets Meidel out, and that brings up Alex Elliott. On the 27th of July, Sheboygan will have a makeup doubleheader. Those games will start at 6:30. That's July 27th. So the 19th, Greater Green Bay at 7:30, and July 27th, the doubleheader against Menasha starting at 6:30. Bouncer out to Christ at second. Sure-handed Ross picks it up, throws over to Harry for out number 3, and it's a quick 1-2-3 8th inning. And it's going to be Sheboygan coming up, and they'll have their 1-2-3 hitters when we come back for the bottom of the 8th.
I'm not usually...
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are.
You always have...
My back, my back.
I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things.
Yes, things.
Are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
listen, you hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Leading off the bottom of the eighth for Sheboygan is Ross Christ. Ross having a tough night, 0 for 3. Hopefully he can get something going here and Sheboygan can put a couple more runs on the board. Ross able to check his swing. Looked like he went around, but again, it's that two-man system. The base umpire is just not in a good position to determine whether the bat went far enough to be a swing. The pitch is called strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Sheboygan on top 3-0. We're in the bottom of the eighth inning. Joey Pettit has pitched a dandy ball game so far. Ross takes that pitch for a strike. Our next live stream broadcast will be on Saturday when Lombard comes to town for a doubleheader. Those games start at 4 o'clock. And then on Sunday, Sheboygan will play a doubleheader against Lombard. Those games start at 1 o'clock. And all those games will be live streamed for your A's enjoyment. That pitch is a ball. It's 3-2. Waiting on deck is Mark Warner. Swing and a miss. Andrew Jack records his 4th strikeout in a row. He struck out the side in the 7th, and now he strikes out Chris to lead off the 8th. Warner's next. Warner with a big swing and a miss. Mark is 2 for 2 tonight with a walk. He scored the first run in that first inning when Sheboygan tallied 3. They're swing and a miss. In that game on June 29th, Jack pitched 1 inning and had 2 strikeouts in that game. So he's got the strikeout pitch working, at least when he faces Sheboygan. Warner fouls that one out of the ballpark. We're in the bottom of the 8th. No balls and 2 strikes on Mark Warner. There is 1 out. Pitch just inside. Jack's pitch is outside and low. Evens the count at 2-2. And that pitch is also outside and low, and it's now 3-2. Jack ran into the same issues with Ross Chris, but he was able to come away with a strikeout. Hopefully Warner can nail him for a base hit. Popped up into a short center field. Making the call is the shortstop, Rodiman, and he makes the one-handed catch. And there's 2 outs now in the bottom of the 8th for Harry Stelt. Matt wants Harry to hit a home run. That'd be his 11th of the year. Okay, Matt, you want him to hit a home run or he's going to hit a home run. It doesn't matter. We want another run. But anyway, Harry is 1 for 3 in the ball game with a run scored. He scored the 2nd run in the 1st inning when Sheboygan got 3. Jack's breaking ball is outside. It's been a beautiful night at the ballpark. We had a nice crowd. 2 Cools now breaking down their equipment, getting ready to go. They always do an excellent job. Just like the guys up in the press box, they do an excellent job too. Pitch is inside, just missed Harry Stelt. Two balls and 1 strike to Harry. There's 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Sheboygan on top, 3-0. Right after Sheboygan scored those 3 runs, we were all up here in the booth in agreement. Sheboygan's got to get more runs. 3 won't be enough. So far, Joey Pettit has made those 3 runs stand up. Hopefully he can finish it out in the 9th. And ball 4. That brings up Jacob Neese. Neese is 1 for 3. He got an RBI single in the 1st and scored a run. Harry takes a short lead off of first. Jack comes set and delivers. And Neese with a healthy cut, but he swings and misses. There's a hard hit ball right down the third base line, but foul. And Jacob broke his bat. Where's the duct tape, Jacob? Tape her up. Jacob stepping back in with a new bat. The count is no balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. Harry Stelt on at first. If you're looking for a big fly, it's going to be all off of Jacob because there is absolutely no wind. Ball is fouled back, out of play. Cleared the press box. Jacob doing a little bit of work on his bat. Now he comes back to the box, getting ready to hit. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Andrew Jack on the mound for the Nationals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 after 8 complete innings of play. Sheboygan 3, West Allis nothing.
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Joey Pettit still on the mound for Sheboygan, trying to finish it out. He'll have a tough part of the order, 4, 5, and 6 for West Dallas. Brian Hunsinger is 0 for 3, but he's a good hitter. And then number 5 is Noah Armstrong. He's also 0 for 3. And then Charlie Bourbon is the 6th hitter. He's 1 for 3. He hit that second of 2 doubles for West Dallas. Remember, way back, leading off the ball game, first pitch, Gavin Bennett doubled to the left center field fence. Pinch hitter coming up for Hunsinger. Tyrese Mitchell coming up to hit.
Leading off for West Dallas, pinch hitter number 19, Tyrese Mitchell.
A little surprised to see Hunsinger being pinch hit for, but we'll take it. Mitchell did not appear in the game on the 29th. Takes the first pitch for a ball. But Pettit on the mound, he gave a second look in. He wanted that pitch called for a strike. Didn't get the call. That breaking pitch is in for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. That was pitch 116 for Pettit. Bouncing ball to Anise. He backs up on it and then drops it. It's going to be an E5. Mitchell's on. That brings up another pinch hitter, Max Montgomery. Montgomery also pinch hitting for Armstrong. Well, 2 pinch hitters. First pitch was a ball. Little tapper right to the mound. Pettit doing the smart play. Just get the out at first. What we need are outs. Moving to second base is going to be Mitchell. Charlie Bourbon scheduled to hit.
Right fielder number 35, Charlie Bourbon.
Bourbon is going to hit. Like I mentioned, Bourbon 1 for 3 in the ball game. Back in the 7th inning, he hit a double over Walker's head in center field. Pettit comes set at the belt. What he shouldn't be doing is worrying about the runner at second base. You need 2 outs, throw strikes to the batter, let him dance around all he wants, don't worry about him. And neither should those middle infielders. Don't play with them. Stay in your spots, make the plays. We need 2 outs. That runner at second base means absolutely nothing. Pitch inside, 2-0. I know Joy'd like to pitch a shutout. We'd like him to also, but the main thing is let's win the ball game. There's a drive out to center field. Walker racing back. He's not going to get it. It goes all the way to the wall. Bourbon is going to pull into second base with a stand-up double, and Mitchell scores on the two-base hit. And that brings up Jacob Kaiser.
First baseman, number 00, Jacob Kaiser.
Kaiser's 1 for 2 with a walk. And coming out to the mound to speak to his pitcher is Tim Moyer. We're going to step out for just a second. When we come back, we'll tell you what the situation.
The floor is lava! Couch is lava! The parking lot is lava!
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Okay, Tim just went out and talked to Joyce, tried to settle him down. Pettit's still in the ball game. We have 1 out. 1 run is in. Kaiser's up. Kaiser represents the tying run for West Allis. There's a pitch on the outside corner. Pico has been pretty generous with that outside corner. We've seen that all night. He's done a good job. Another pitch on the outside corner for a strike. And Kaiser looks back. He didn't like that call. But no balls and 2 strikes. Little tapper right to Harry. He picks it up, steps on first for the unassisted putout. And now there's 2 outs. 1 out away from a win. Braden Gorecki getting ready to step in.
Third baseman, number 10, Braden Gorecki.
A win here puts Sheboygan above the 500 mark. They'd be 19-18 on the season. And Joey Pettit would pick up his 3rd win of the season. Gorecki is 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd and walked in the 5th. First pitch is a ball. Charlie Bourbon is on 3rd. Our breaking ball is low. Pettit's remained pretty strong throughout. He's close to 120 pitches now, but he's thrown the ball quite well. 128 right now. Swing and a miss. Two balls, 1 strike. There are 2 outs. West Allis was able to break up the shutout. Sheboygan on top 3-1. Pitch is outside. Waiting on deck is Logan Radaman, the shortstop. Pettit would like to end it right now with this hitter, and so would everybody in the press box. That pitch is way outside. That puts the tying run on base. Interesting situation. Does manager Elliott send that runner on first, Gorecki, on a steal attempt? He didn't have any of his runners running at all here tonight, but part of the reason for that was being down 3 runs and really not having a whole lot of base runners to begin with. That pitch is outside. Gorecki not taking off on that first pitch, obviously. He's doesn't have a real big lead. Pitch is up high. 2-0. Pettit nails the outside corner with that pitch. Makes it count 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, there are 2 outs, but West Dallas has a run in and runners on first and third. Swing and a miss. 2-2 is a count. CJ's playing that song, Everybody Clap Your Hands. It threw me off. There goes my perfect game, CJ. We're perfect. Nobody's got a perfect game. Pitch is up high. Back to business. 3-2 is the count. Gorecki will be running on this pitch. Line drive over the head of the shortstop Bennett. Gorecki, who was on the move to begin with, is going to cruise into third base after that base hit. And now it's 3-2. Oh boy. Tim Moyer pacing in front of the Sheboygan dugout. I don't know what he's going to do here. It takes us back to the top of the order, too. Gavin Bennett is 2 for 4 in the ball game. Bennett's a good one. Moyer not making a change. Breaking pitch is outside for a ball. Runner on first. Radaman steals second base. Had a great jump. No chance to get him. The problem now is it takes away any force outs on the bases. West Dallas with runners on second and third. They trail it now 3-2. Pettit trying to finish it out. Ball is popped into foul territory. Neese racing over to the fence. Can't make the play. Just out of his reach. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Be interesting to see what Joey Pettit comes up with here. He's been pretty successful with his breaking pitch. Still has pretty good zip on his pitches too, even though he's up around 130, 135 pitches. Fastball is just outside. Evens the count at 2-2. Runners taking pretty good leads on the bases. Pettit comes set and delivers. Breaking pitch is called strike 3. Delayed call by the home plate umpire, but it looked good from up here, and he called it, and Sheboygan a winner, 3-2.
Final score, Sheboygan A's 3, West Dallas Nationals 2.
All right, let's go through the line score and the winning and losing pitcher. First of all, the line score. West Allis, 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. Sheboygan, 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. The losing pitcher was DJ Hess for West Allis, and the winning pitcher, going the distance, was Joey Pettit. Pettit picking up his 3rd win of the year. Our next live stream broadcast, I mentioned this earlier, will be when Lombard comes to town for a doubleheader on Saturday, July 10th. Those games will start at 4 o'clock. We look forward to bringing that game to you. And for my partner, Matt Crowley, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.